Hey, besties. Let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? Wow. The girls are back, honey. Salt Lake City brought it. This gonna be a fire season. Episode 1, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. How do I rate this episode? 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Honey, they brought it. It's going down, honey. Oh my goodness. Production is great this season. I mean, are we watching a film or a TV show? The aesthetics are great. The graphics, top tier. The going back to 2 weeks ago to today, the fading out, oh my God, the pictures of the mountains with the sayings. Oh, the echoing of their saying. Oh my God. Production. Honey. Mary Cosby is back as a full-time housewife, honey. Welcome back with those new pretty wigs, honey. And we got two other women. They look like they're going to be a Kiki and a Ha-Ha. Child. And at this little party, I saw a few extra black women in the background. Okay, Lisa, you got a few of us as friends. I'm here for it. Well, baby, Mary is back. Angie going in on Meredith. Lisa going in on Whitney. Whitney fighting back, flipping folks off. Honey, are you ready, besties? Besties, besties, besties. Woo! Are you ready? Welcome to Behind the Shade. Let's throw some shade and get into it, honey. We have a new season of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. It's season 5, episode 1, titled Costume or Couture. We'll get into that a little later. That was funny because it came from Mary and the new girl talking to the other new girl. It was a cute little scene. I was here for it. May keep it that. We may change it. Besties, how do you rate this episode? For me, 10, 10, 10. Let's get into it. So Lisa is planning a Bezos party for Valentine's Day. It's all the girls, no guys are invited, so it's like a Galentine's Day. Bezos means kiss in Spanish. This is her version of Valentine's Day. So production, with their wonderful way of doing things, they go back 2 weeks prior. Lisa is talking to Angie and Heather, telling them that she was on the fence about inviting Whitney to her party because, she called Lisa the new villain. She was on a podcast, and this is what she said. Lisa heard it, and Lisa does not appreciate it, honey. So fast forward to Lisa's party. Honey, Mary Cosby is back, looking good. The wigs are wigging finally. And girl, her and Angie are best friends. She said Angie gained her trust because, Mary got to put you in the boot camp to be her friend. Just kidding. But, if you know, she do not play. So they've been hanging out, and now they're besties. So, honey, Heather shows up, and there's 25 less of her that has shown up. 25 pounds, that is, honey. Heather, are you on Ozempic? Did you take Ozempic, honey? So Mary tells her, you look pretty and thin. You look thin. She did. Heather looks good. So Heather's like, thank you. And so Heather remembers when Mary called her inbred last season, and that was hilarious. But now we're moving forward. So she looks good. Okay, so when she complimented Heather, oh my God, I wish I could have whispered in Heather's ear and said, go after her wigs. Say something about her wigs. You know how she used to look toe up? Say something. Say something. Heather took it on the chin. I was like, girl, talk about them ugly wigs. So anyway, uh-huh. Mary looks different too. Is it the wigs or has she gotten some work done? What y'all think? Has she done a little sprucing up? Not maybe, not surgery per se, but maybe just better care for herself. But then I think I heard, isn't she getting a divorce from her grandfather? I mean, her husband? Maybe that, maybe when you shed that kind of weight and those that drama, maybe that will make you look lighter and youthful. But she does. She's coming with some, she looks good. She looks good. Looks better because she does look cute, but she looks much better. Okay. So the new girl shows up. Her name is Bronwyn. And so what we do know about her is she's 38 years old. She grew up Mormon. She dresses way over the top like Ayan over there in Dubai. And she kind of reminds me of Monica. Did y'all peep that? She looks like Monica a little bit. I didn't really catch what she does for a living. Is she a model, a content creator, an influencer? Well, she has one teenage daughter. She has 6 dogs, and her husband. I can't remember how long have they been together. It's been a while. Well, I think her anyway. We'll get into that later or in another recap. But her husband is 65 and she's 38. So they're about 26? There's a 26-year difference between the two. So her and Whitney have that in common. So Meredith shows up with her friend who has a prosthetic leg, and I needed to know more about her. We didn't see her. I don't think we saw her again. Like, who is she? What happened to her leg? Is she okay? Blah blah blah. I guess we'll get into that more as the season goes on. So now Whitney is in the car with her friend, and she can't believe she got an invite to Lisa's party. Girl, yes, you can. You're on a show. It's your job. You have to show up, and she had to invite you. Okay, but back to this. So, because because she knows that Lisa is mad at her. So she says she's just been chilling since we last seen her on last episode season. So she says she's been spending time with her family and they bought a new house. Okay, girl. She's doing a lot of press for her business, and she has not seen the cast since the last reunion. Her and Heather aren't in a good place. Her and Heather are cousins, but they don't really claim to be family. They more so lean towards friendship. And Lisa is mad at her, so she's been avoiding him. So Brittany, the new girl, is Heather's friend. And she's a bad Mormon, honey. So Heather is here for the bad Mormons. She's divorced, but she is dating Jared Osmond, who is Donnie and Marie's nephew. If you guys are as old as I am, you were born a while ago. The famous Donnie and Marie Osmonds. They had a variety show. They danced. They sang. Wow, wow, wow. So she's dating their nephew, and he is fine. I see why they do a lot of breaking up and getting back together. I think she said they have broken up 7 times. And I see the attraction, but girl, drama, we're not doing that at this big age. We're not doing all that drama. So anyway, speaking of drama, so Brittany sits with Rowan and Mary outside. They're having, I guess this is like the meet and greet, the little, before dinner time. So she tells Brahma that she likes her costume. Now remember, it's like a Valentine's Day. Bronwyn is this over-the-top dresser. So she has on this Yves Saint Laurent, this big old red heart jacket. It's just a big old furry heart. Huge, right? And she says she likes her costume. Honey, they flip out. Costume? Name of the title of the episode. Costume? Are those fighting words? Yeah, honey, because this is fashion. And Mary went in on Brittany's ugly fur coat. Mary was like, your coat in her confessionals, she was like, her coat looks like 17 German Shepherds made, she made it with 17 German Shepherds. Looks like she went to the groomer, got this coat made, and then dyed it burgundy. Now, earlier, what's her name? Brittany. Earlier, Brittany was telling somebody that the coat belonged to her grandmother and the coat was 150 years old. And honey, the coat looked like it was 150 years old. I mean, Brittany, could you have at least sprayed some oil sheen on that coat? Could you have fluffed it up, ran your fingers through it, sprayed a little water on it? I don't know, but it needed some perking up, girl. Perk it up. It needed air. It needed a fluff. It needed some oil. Brush it. Something. She should have took the coat to the groomers and been like, "Can you do something with this?" It needed to be blow dried or something. So Brahma's heart coat is Saint Laurent. There's only 3. Rihanna has one. Bronwyn has one, and the last one is at a museum, honey. So take that. And I believe they ran the cost across the screen. Oh, I can't remember, guys. How much did the coat cost? Did I write it down? Oh, the coat was thousands of dollars. Thousands. Was it like 15,000, 12,000, something like that? So Mary tells her office is full of clothes. Like, this is what she does, honey. And so, she's telling Brittany, I grew up with 5 siblings and, we didn't have much. So Brittany gonna say, oh, so you're a hoarder. And Mary said, no, that's a little much. And Brittany was like, I was there. I grew up poor. Mary says, I didn't say that. Brittany, no one told you who you are talking to. Oh, honey, you are going to be in for a surprise, honey. You are going to be in for a surprise. You should have asked. Somebody should have told her. Bronwyn says, Brittany, in her words, she was like, we got to get you a thesaurus, honey. You need to come up with some more words. Then we go over to Meredith's new home. Girl, Meredith, this is season 5. And this is Meredith's new 5th home. As you guys know, if you are a fan to the show, you know Meredith, every season, Meredith is in a new house. She rents new homes. Is she running from somebody? Who likes packing like that? This girl is in a new home every season. It is ridiculous. Heather is over visiting, and she's in the bed healing from her 3rd breast reduction. Meredith has had 3 breast reductions. She gives reasons, something about like when she gets them cut, they keep growing and blah blah blah. So she's gone under the knife a few times to get these breasts together because they keep growing. So she brought up how Bermuda was hurtful because everyone was coming at her crazy. And she said, and then nothing got resolved at the reunion. And we know reunions are meant for you to resolve your issues. So she was just like, like nothing happened. So she just, whatever, decides to just pack up and move again. So Whitney is following in her footsteps with launching a jewelry collection, like right after Meredith. Meredith has her jewelry. Now here come old Whitney. And so now Whitney is following in Meredith's footsteps with the bath products. And so Meredith says she feels attacked. Attacked? Now, come on now. How is Whitney attacking you? Okay, girl. So back to Lisa's party. Jack, she's telling them that Jack is enjoying Colombia and all that he's doing. He's there on his mission and he's doing well. Meredith asks Whitney what is the problem that she has with her. And she said, I don't have one. She said, love you, but thinks that, you hanging out in these bathtubs too long. Like, what's going on? Her brain is shriveling. And so Meredith brings up being held accountable for, the reality Von Teese dig that happened last season. And so then Angie walks over and then she tells Meredith that Heather told her that she wants an apology from her, but she wants some apologies too. And so, honey, what? So, honey, Angie pulls out this scroll that she's made. She has all the things that she wants Meredith to apologize for. What in the world is this scroll? You really put a scroll together, taped it, glued it, rolled it, and then rolled it up and put it in your purse. So she's reading it. I want you to apologize for the organized crime rumor. You said I was in the Greek mafia. You wanted someone to sue me and take my house. Girl, ain't nobody thinking about taking your house. Rumors about my family, or so on and so on, honey. The scroll was pretty long. Meredith is like, I didn't say that. Stanberry voice. I didn't say that. And then she walks off. Meredith is like, Meredith is good for just walking away. So then Lisa is making her announcement of how she loves her girls and saying, but I don't love podcasts. And she looks at Whitney and she tells Whitney, we got to work some things out. Looking straight at Whitney. And so then she said, but hey, but it's time to go inside and eat. Yeah, because skinny girls get cold. Child, you got them outside drinking and frolicking and all that snow. It's February, so it's cold. It's the middle of the winter. So Brittany and Mary sit together, and Mary is not happy about it. She doesn't want to sit next to Brittany because Brittany was telling Mary when she was trying to relate to her about being poor, she mentioned that she used to steal rolls when they were when her and her family would go out to eat. She would put rolls in her purse. So Mary is like, I don't want her sitting next to me sticking bread in my purse. Okay, Mary, she's back, y'all. Mary's back. Then she says she must have done that recently because when you're young, you don't have a purse. I said, okay, Mary. Didn't even think about that. She said she must have stole that bread recently because don't no kids carry no purse. Okay, Mary is calculating and watching and paying attention to you, Brittany. You might have to join the boot club of Mary Cosby if you want to be her friend, honey. She is watching you, okay? So Whitney and Bronwyn are chatting, and they have some things in common, about the husband is much older than them. They have the kids and blah, blah, blah. So the girls are teasing Angie about her scroll because, girl, what was that? She said she wants an apology too. That's what that was about. And she needed to write down everything she wanted Meredith to apologize to her for. Meredith says that she has apologized a few times and she's not engaging with this drama, with this scroll, and she turns her head around. She didn't get up this time to leave because she's probably hungry. So then they have a back and forth and back and come back around again. Then Angie is still talking about she's suing, trying to sue me and taking my house. Taking my house. Girl, don't nobody want that house. You can stay there. Child, your husband ain't gonna let him. Okay? So to Bronwyn, she's telling this to Bronwyn because Bronwyn is telling her to put a pin in it. She wants to take my house. Girl, Monica told Meredith that, and you running with that or whatever. How did Angie? I guess Monica told Angie, and so yeah, you gonna believe? No, yeah. Monica told Angie, and Angie's running to the hills about this. You want to take my house. And Meredith just sitting there like, girl, I don't want your house because I don't even want my own house because I move every season. Are you not paying attention? I don't want your house. I don't want my own house. Oh, so Heather is cracking up and says, Angie is now talking to Whitney about it. Girl, be quiet. Like, let it go. So then they come back from a commercial break. And so they asking Mary, is she a vegan? Because I guess she not eating no meat. And so she's like, I'm still on my health kick, this, that, and a half. And she was like talking about how meat, lasts in your colon for 9 months. And she said, y'all think it only stays in there for a week? You are sadly mistaken, honey. That meat being there locked up in us for 9 months, like a pregnancy. So, honey, then Lisa wants to do her toast. Then Whitney asks her, what's her problem with her? Girl, what? But it is a reality show. And honey, Whitney clocked in. They all did. But Whitney had to clock in. So here we go, y'all. You were talking about me on your podcast. Your podcast was supposed to be about you, not me. Well, you're self-absorbed, Lisa, so that's why you think it was about you. Here go Lisa. Well, those that love themselves take care of themselves, and I would think you would know that or have learned that on your healing journey. You better say that, Lily. I'm gonna call her Lily right now. But Lisa, I'm checking you out. You got me. I'm trying to. I'm paying attention. Lisa, you are a mess. But you have a right to be upset. So here go Whitney. Tell me what part of the podcast that you're talking about, because the podcast was 2 hours long. I didn't talk about you the whole time. You talked about me enough. Now, do you want to say you're sorry? No. What offended you? Why am I talking like Whitney? Or I'm trying to. No. What offended you? You lied about me. You bashed me. You just lying. All I kept hearing y'all was, you lied, you're lying, you lied. And so Lisa says, if you're going to lie on me, expect me to tell the truth about myself. So Whitney is like, well, my experience of you wasn't a lie. And then she calls it narcissistic. And I'm like, narcissistic? I think Lisa is self-absorbed. She is. But narcissistic, I don't think that. But besties, you tell me in the comments, what do you think exactly Lisa's character is? What do you think that is? And so she was like, what did you hear that I said this week? And it was like, who told you? Because it had to be you. So Lisa points at Angie, or you. She points at Heather. Like, what have you heard this week? Because, Lisa's trying to calculate it. Like, because Lisa knows she just had a talk with Angie and Heather. So she's asking Whitney, what's the new thing that you didn't heard? Because I'm about to clock both of these heifers if they went back and told you what I said. So they do the flashback to a visit from Angie. She was at Whitney's. She was the first visitor that visited Whitney's new house. And she told her everything Lisa said. Just so Whitney wouldn't say who told her. And so she was like, so then Lisa was like, oh, so you want to declare a standoff? Then Heather is like, well, it wasn't me that said anything. I was like, okay, Heather. Heather just threw Angie all up under the bus, okay? Heather was like, well, it wasn't me, okay? Don't put me in it. Child. And so Lisa and Angie, now they having a back and forth, because Lisa is like, okay, so it was you. So they back and forth and back, went back and forth again and again and again. Lisa's like, she can't believe that she can't have a, can't just have a confidential conversation with the friend, you know. So now she's realizing, okay, Angie is more loyal to Whitney than she is to me. Got it. Clock that. Okay. Moving on. Heather says Whitney spins the truth to make it look like she does no wrong. I agree. Meredith says she accused Heather, says Whitney lied on her in her book and accusing her of lying about her own father's memorial. Then she said, you accused Mary of running a cult and being I'm sure I can't say this word, being someone that takes advantage of people, maybe of a younger age. And honey, they was just going in on Whitney. And so then even Lisa was like, yeah, and then you said I slept with my business partner for some Jazz tickets, the basketball team. And that was from last season. Oh, they going in on Whitney. And so Whitney's like, you're weaponizing my traumas, after Lisa tells her since she's been on her healing journey, she feels more superior and now she chastises them. And so Lisa's trying to tell Whitney, we're not on the same journey. And so here there's another back and forth and back again, honey. Whitney gives Lisa the middle finger. Whitney's like, you know what? You're not going to be trying to weaponize me. I don't, blah, 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 blah. So Lisa tells her to leave. Yeah. And I guess somebody must have said something to Lisa because Lisa was explaining to somebody, which was so obvious. Yes, I'm asking her to leave. She going to flip me off at my party? She needs to leave. Get up. Go. Yes. So Whitney gets up. Even I think Lisa had got up while they was doing the back and forth. And it was like, oh no, Teresa Giudice, sit back down. Sit down. Sit back down. Sit down. It didn't Lisa throw her drink? Somebody threw something. I didn't even write that part down. I'm so sorry, y'all. I should have. It must have been late when I was writing this. So Whitney gets up and she leaves, but she talking a whole bunch of mess on her way out. That's right, Whitney. You talk your talk. I heard, I'm going to defend myself. I ain't going to let you talk to me that way. Use my healing journey to weaponize me. I'm strong and I can stand up for myself. I don't need you. And Angie leaves with her. So you are absolutely right, Lisa. Angie is loyal to Whitney. This is going to be interesting. And so Heather thought, and she said, Heather thought Angie was her girl. She was like, oh no, she's her girl now. And that was very funny. That was a funny moment. And so she said, not after you threw her under the bus. It is going to be a mess, besties. This season is going to be fire. Lisa was just up, just hollering, just screaming. They going back and forth. It is going down. It is going down. OMG, y'all. Y'all ready for this roller coaster of a ride? This was top tier. We're not even going to change the title. If I give you a 10 in a rating, the title has to say, okay, I may change my mind. I didn't think about no title. It was so good. And it was just like back and forth and back and forth, back again, forth again. Oh my goodness, y'all. We are in for a wild ride. Okay, besties, that is the end of my review, my recap for Housewives, the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Honey, season 5 is going to be a treat. Are you ready? Are you ready? Besties, I will see you on the next recap. Let me know what your comments are. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, share it, and I will see you on the next video, besties. Bye.